Hi everyone, it's Nick here once again from TrainAid. I hope you're doing well. In today's video, we are looking at the Level 4 Certificate in Education and Training. This is Unit 2, and this is our assignment support video for questions 2.3 and 2.4. So Unit 2 is all about planning your lessons and how to be an effective planner. And so for this question, we are looking at the category of resources, and we are just going to explain two considerations for planning your lessons with regards to resources, and also an occasion where you've had to make changes to your resources in order to support a learner's individual needs. So first of all, we have got the category of resources and a series of bullet points there to support you with this assignment question. So we need to think about two considerations when planning your lessons. What considerations do you need to make with regards to planning your resources? Okay, so you might need to book your resources. Okay, so if you work within perhaps a busy school or college environment, you might need to share your teaching resources. So you might need to go on to a booking platform and to book out your teaching resources. So as a former college teacher, I used to do this with laptops, for example. I would have to go onto a booking platform and to obviously hire out a classroom, but also the computers as well. Also, another consideration is actually checking that your resources work. Are resources fully charged? So, for example, if you use iPads, for example, making sure that everyone is powered up, so your lessons are ready to go. Same with things like digital cameras. If you're using those, then they have to be obviously charged up and ready to go. Other things to consider as well. Is actually creating instructions for resources. So when planning your lessons, you might need to create perhaps a one-page document with how to use the actual resource as well. So thinking, can all learners access these resources? Do you need to perhaps create a document with kind of a step-by-step approach as well? So thinking about accessibility, can all learners access resources? If not, what steps can we do to make them easy and accessible as well? Other considerations with resources, I think perhaps providing a glossary of terms for complex topics as well. So again, with like a series of instructions of resources, you need to perhaps come up with perhaps some key terms on what the resource instructions mean. So it's easy to break down and to understand as well. Resources do cost money as well. They need to be replenished on a regular basis, such as, for example, flip charts and on whiteboard pens as well. So when planning your lessons, you may need to do a stock take as well, and to make you might need to order your new resources, for example. So that's a consideration there. So for this column, this is all about 2.3. So please explain two considerations for each category. So we're thinking about two considerations when you're planning your lessons with regards to resources. So the first one, my first bullet point, is the booking of resources. So for example, with laptops, as mentioned previously, when delivering my courses, they are very much assignment based, and I will need to obviously book out the facility and to make sure that all learners have got a laptop which is fully charged. So within that classroom environment, I need to make sure everyone's got a laptop, charger, the computers are all working fine. But I need to make sure that my colleagues also delivering training are not using those laptops as well. Also textbooks as well. I need to order everyone a physical textbook on day one of the course as well. So I need to be mindful that everyone has got a textbook. So I need to order them from the internet to make sure that they arrive in time as well. So ordering resources is absolutely key for day one of your course or your lessons as well. So you need to be mindful about your budget and inform perhaps managers about how much resources are and how much they eat into your budget, for example, if you work within a busy department. Another consideration I found is the resource relevant to the course outcome? So with teachers and trainers, we really enjoy showing perhaps a new resource, perhaps a new website or a new app. However, you need to make a judgment call whether or not the resource is actually useful and valid to the course criteria. So therefore, I would need to perhaps have a discussion with my course manager and say, I've got this fantastic new resource. Is it relevant? Is it beneficial to the actual course itself? It might be. It's a good resource, but it's not really relevant to the course aim and objectives. And also, I need to be mindful if I'm showing my learners a certain resource to other teachers within the company, are they showing the same resource? So all of your learners are having that same experience as well. So you need to sort of make a judgment call, you know, is it a real relevant resource to be used as well? So there's so many considerations when selecting your resources there. But when answering this question, we'd like for you to come up with two considerations. So I would perhaps go with the booking of resources, and is the resource relevant to your course, the aim and the outcomes as well? Can all learners access the resource perhaps? And furthermore, we would also like for you to explain one example where you made a change to your resource to suit the learner's individual needs as well. So there's many different ways of adapting resources, such as larger font size on presentations. You can perhaps use a different color of your PowerPoints on your presentations to support dyslexic learners, perhaps having a yellow background or Comic Sans text as well. So those are examples where you're making changes to the resource as well. You can adapt your resource as well. So instead of using paper, instead of using perhaps a handout, you could ask a learner to use a laptop instead. So we're making kind of changes in order to support the learner that way. Furthermore, you could obviously have adaptations in terms of subtitles, you know, in terms of videos, or transcripts as well. So when playing perhaps a YouTube video, you can select subtitles, and that's going to support learners so they can actually read the text there as well. So that's obviously making changes to your resources there. So for this question then, so it's kind of a before and after question. So this column is all about explaining about two considerations when you're sort of planning your resources. What do you need to be aware of? So 2 paragraphs, and then on this side is how you've made changes to just one resource as well. So for me, I make my the font size bit greater on my PowerPoint presentations. I get feedback from my learners about the text size. Do I need to crop the amount of text on my presentation? Sometimes I put in too much detail, so I sort of cut it down just to the fine bullet points as well and increase the text, bearing on the feedback from my learners. So for this question, we're looking for 2 paragraphs here, 1 paragraph here. 2 considerations when planning your lessons in terms of resources, and 1 example of how you've adapted your resources to support learners' individual needs as well. So I hope this video has been useful with breaking down this assignment question. Any questions, just put them in the comments, or please let me know and we can support you with this assignment question. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like the video and subscribe once again, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye for now.